Hey everybody, welcome to Why Am I Yelling? I'm Krista. I am your host and your relationship expert, disrupting the norm by providing life-changing relationship-based solutions to companies, individuals, and schools through human connection, education, and private consulting. Today we are talking about happiness in the workplace. Raise your hand if you have ever been or are currently unhappy at work. I have been. I'm not currently, but in the past I have been, and that's why I do exactly what I do today. You may have caught my video from a couple weeks ago, but I was talking about 53% of you are unhappy at work. That is the statistic that was provided by Forbes through a survey company that they published a couple of weeks ago in one of their articles, and it just struck me as alarming. And so I've decided to talk about it because I feel like we're not talking about it enough. I'm not seeing it enough out there to talk about how we get our employees to be happier in the workplace. Happiness and satisfaction bring productivity, they bring higher revenue, they bring all kinds of great things into our businesses. And so we should want to have happy workforces and happy people that are around us, working for us and with us. And so I remember when I was unhappy at work, and it was debilitating for me. It was anxiety inducing, it was exhausting, it was uncomfortable. There was a lot of stuff happening in my personal situation that I don't wish on anybody. And it wasn't just a quick fix for me. It was literally me having to make a life change and leave the company because there was a lot of stuff going on that was inappropriate and, quite frankly, unacceptable. And it wasn't being addressed on a level that I needed it to be. So I made the decision for my own happiness and my own health and well-being to leave that company and start my own business. So I can help other people not ever have to go through what I went through in my career and my professional, which bled into my personal life, right? So this is why I'm so passionate about what I do. I am genuinely passionate about helping other people live their best lives through relationship-based solutions and trainings, and enhance the relationships that they have at work, at home, within themselves, with their kids. So you can actually move through every daily piece of your life in a way that is easier and more comfortable and more productive and just plain happier. And so when you are getting dressed to go to a job that you don't want to go to in the morning, what does that feel like? It feels pretty terrible. And you are, you know, exposing yourself to an atmosphere that includes employee morale that's low, or toxicity in the workplace, or, you know, feelings of, feeling deflated and feeling unsuccessful. That's not a good space to be in. And so how, as a generation or multiple generations who are now working together to try to figure out how to create places where we actually want to be. We want to be with the people that we work with. We want to enjoy their company. We want to like the jobs that we're doing. We want to be able to feel confident in our own abilities in our workplaces. How do we get to that space? It's easy for me to say because I did it. We implement procedures and we implement policies and we provide things for our employees that make them feel more valued. We give them tools, we give them resources, we encourage and we communicate, and we talk about respect in the workplace and what actual boundaries look like. A lot of companies don't do that, and we're missing the boat. How many people do you lose on a annual basis in your business because they don't want to be there? They're feeling unfulfilled and unhappy and unappreciated where they are. If you lose one, that's too many. But let's say you lose one or two or 10 or 20. What does that look like to your bottom line? How much does it cost you to replace an employee? How much does it cost you to lose an employee? These are all unbelievably important questions when you're running a business that requires more than two people to be on a team. If you're unhappy in your life at work, in a space that you have to be in for 8 hours or 10 hours a day, you are going to be unproductive or not as productive as you can be. So let's change that. Let's fix that. Let's change the conversation in our businesses, in industry, within our peer groups, and let's start talking about how we can raise the happiness vibe to raise productivity, to raise revenue, and to keep the employees that we know are productive and smart and worthy of being in our workplaces. Hit me up if you have ideas. I've got tons of them. Let's hop on a call. Let's really start changing this conversation because 53% of the American workforce is unhappy. And that to me is unacceptable. That's why I'm yelling today. I hope to see you back here tomorrow. Have a great afternoon, everybody. And try to find some happiness where you are today.